Hello everybody and welcome back to the Rugby Magazine Fantasy Show. In this one I'm going to give you my top 5 forward picks as we head into the 2021 Guinness Six Nations Championship. Honestly, I find these videos so tough. It's so hard to just pick 5 forwards from the plethora of players that are available in the Six Nations Championship. There are some real greats going out year in, year out who turn in some amazing performances, and to pick just 5 of them is incredibly hard. And of course, it's harder this year because we haven't got Jake Pelledri, who would probably have been top of my list otherwise. What a fantastic performer. The competition is the poorer for him not being there. But that said, I have chosen my 5 top forwards, and I'm going to kick off with none other than Ireland's James Ryan. Now, Ryan was only 20 minutes away from playing every minute in last year's Six Nations, and he was one of the most consistent performers at lock with a points per 80 of 28.48. That's actually lower than he's previously given in this competition, so expect a lot more from the world-class lock over the next few months. My next pick is England's Maro Itoje, whom, along with most of this list, played every single minute of last season's Six Nations campaign. His points per 80 sat at 30 on the dot. His attacking stats are no less impressive than the other players on this list, but the key area that sets Itoje apart from the rest is the work that he's done in defence. That said, he is still second on the defensive points list, but the top pair were the only 2 to break into triple figures on this stat. Just goes to show how important consideration of defensive stats is when choosing your team. The next man up on the list is Wales' Justin Tipuric, who finished the campaign as one of the form players. At 7.9, his form rating was only beaten by a handful of players, and with a points per 80 of 39.5 you can see why. 3 tries helped him on his way, but even without those, his stats amounted to a serious number of points. You'd be hard pressed to leave this 80-count player out of your squad for sure. Next up is the man they call Pinball for his ability to bounce off tackles in the loose. Despite that moniker, his points earning potential is well stocked in the defensive department, this being the man who topped the defensive points table last campaign ahead of Maro Itoje, 125 to Maro's 101. Some achievement. And with Henry predicting a tough tournament for Scotland, it might just be that his defensive performance again this year catapults him to the top of the table. Finally, we round out the top 5 forward picks for this year with none other than France's Charles Olivon, who finished as the highest scoring forward in the game last year. His 183 points was balanced well across both attack and defence, and while the prospects of France's captain fulfilling 400 minutes of rugby again through this year's iteration, we can expect to see a similar return by March the 20th. So there we go, my top 5 forward picks as we head into the 2021 Guinness Six Nations campaign. Obviously there were loads of players who missed out on that list, but they're the top 5 that I think that you should have in your squad. Others worth considering: Aldrit and Willemse for France, Stander, Tom Curry, they're all set for a really good tournament, so maybe look out for those guys too. Otherwise, hit that like and subscribe button, follow us on your favourite social media channel, and look out for the next video where I'll be taking a look at the top 5 backs for your fantasy team.